What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James of ThnxCya and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, it is time once again for some brand new Bee Swarm Simulator. And today, oh my goodness, I have got a bunch of super interesting and really cool information to share with you guys today. And as well as that, I also have a brand new item image leak, which we are going to talk about in this episode. So yeah, it's kind of cool. This is kind of interesting because a lot of the stuff in this video is going to answer a bunch of questions that some people have been wondering, myself included, about what's going to happen with Bee Swarm over the next, few weeks or a month or whatever. And yeah, I think there's some really interesting stuff in this one. But yeah, anyway, you guys know what happens now. 3, 2, 1. Claim the Hive. How are y'all doing? I hope you guys and girls are amazing. It's super hot in the UK right now. Oh my goodness, is anyone else from the UK here? It's like 22, 23 degree sunshine. It's madness. We're all stuck inside. Oh, it's ironic. Okay, yeah, but it's gorgeous. Hopefully you're from the UK, you've been enjoying the weather. I nearly got sunburnt a few days ago. I'm very pasty. So yeah, a bunch of cool stuff to go through in this episode here today. And yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like I've been talking about this stuff and we've been discussing it in episodes like really recently on the channel. So to kind of have some like clarification on that stuff is really cool. Yeah, just before we get stuck in, number one, once again, thank you so much to everyone who has been using my Roblox star code. In case you don't know what it is, basically anytime anyone goes and grabs some Robux from the desktop site or from the mobile site, or who's grabbing a premium membership or redeeming one of those little physical gift cards that you get, if you type in ThnxCya just before you go and buy those, basically it directly supports the channel at no extra cost, and it's a really awesome way to help support the channel, the Bee Swarm Simulator content, all of that good stuff. So yeah, a bunch of people have used it recently. I just wanted to say thank you so much. It's really amazing, so thank you. And you guys know what we do. It's time to check the like hype. So yeah, last episode, I think we set a target of 7,000. Now, I don't know. I don't think this episode was quite as popular as the other ones, but if we can get somewhere over 7,000, that would be really cool. So let's go and have a little look. Let's go here. Let's go to videos. There it is. Hey, over 9,000 hype. 9.1 thousand on our last Bee Swarm Simulator episode. GG, my dudes. Unbelievable. Like, you guys have not failed in the like challenge on a single episode that we have set one, which is madness. Like, one day we might not hit it, but today is not that day. So yeah, thank you so much. Incredible support. Like, you guys blow my mind. Thank you so much. It gets really difficult to know what to set, to be honest with you. You guys just pulled another 9,000. Can we go 7,100? 7,100. That would be amazing. Thank you so much for poking that like button. Genuinely, it's really nice. Thank you. Right. Where do we even begin with today's episode? So I think what we'll do is we'll do I guess we'll do the item image leak first. Now this one, to be honest with you, let me go and talk to Brown Bear here quickly. Thank you very much, my dude. Let's go and do that quest in the background. Interestingly, right, we've got like a bunch of information about Brown Bear. Some of the stuff may actually surprise you. Like, I had no idea, and I'm gonna need you guys' help to kind of confirm some stuff a little bit later on in the video. But let's go with this brand new image item leak. Now, as I mentioned, this one surprised me because I wasn't expecting this to actually be in the game at all, if I'm being honest. But around a week ago, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen it, you have had this random purple potion item popping into your inventory. So sometimes, like when you go to the Wind Shrine, it seems like a little bit of a bug. Sometimes people have the option to donate a purple potion, and it doesn't actually give you that much good stuff when you actually donate it. But for some reason, people are seeing that in their inventory and the option to donate it to the Wind Shrine. So we made a video about a week ago discussing all about the purple potion when it first came into the game, how it was in the test realm, and how it was also being tested by another item, which was called the Super Smoothie. So I will link that description. No, I will link that description in the video below, he says. Let me try that one again. Yeah, I will link that video in the description below. We basically go on like a big backstory as to what the purple potion even is, and also another item called the Super Smoothie, and I show you like what the boosts were and all that kind of stuff when it was in the test realm. But It got removed from the test realm. I don't know when, but I did go and check and it wasn't in the test realm when I checked about a week ago. However, good old Bee Swarm Simulator leaks, as of like yesterday, he posted this picture on Twitter here, which shows the brand new image for something that looks awfully suspiciously like a purple potion. So yeah, I was not expecting this to be in the game. Here's what I said, like in that video. I was kind of wondering, I was like, well, with all of the market boosts and stuff that have come in, like, do we necessarily need like a potion to boost ourselves up? You know, because we've already got the market boost. That in itself is essentially like a huge boost. And I was kind of thinking on it maybe started moving away from the idea of like a consumable and moving more towards something like the market boost. So just to kind of refresh your memories here, this is the recipe for the original purple potion in the test realm, and this was added to the test realm over 2 months ago, and then it got removed. But you can see here, it grants the combined and approved effects of glue, red extract, blue extract for 15 minutes. And you can see the crafting recipe there are red extract, blue extract, glue, and a neon berry. So basically, this combined all of those ingredients together, and it gave you like an improved version of all of those boosts running side by side. But initially it seemed like Onnit was only actually doing this as like an experiment. So to actually see a decal for the purple potion, and by the way, how cool does it look? Look at that, and can you see, if you actually look at the label here for the P, it kind of has the same colors as gumdrops in the game. So this kind of leads me to believe that although yes, the original crafting recipe had glue, maybe it will still be glue, maybe that will be a thing, maybe it's a combination of the boost items and indeed that glue or like gumdrops in order to make it. So to be honest with you, I kind of think that it's going to be glue, which people are going to make it from because, well, not everyone has this problem, I understand, but with someone like me who does like lots of gumdrop farming, I always run out of gumdrops, but I have a giant stack of glue. I have 1,500 glue. I barely use it quicker than I can actually get more. So, yeah, this would be cool to have like a super potion which is then crafted with something like glue and extracts and stuff. But I thought I would show you this. This is hot off the press, and it does seem that, yes, a purple potion may be coming to the game sometime soon. Yeah, the combination of like Wind Shrine and Market Boost and maybe Code and Gumdrops and Jelly Beans and these new boost items, I think we're going to see some mad numbers. Anyway, right, so we were talking about Brown Bear. Here's like the second bunch of really cool information. And yeah, I actually need your help kind of confirming a few of these, to be honest. So I am currently just working my way through the Brown Bear quests. So if we go and hand this in here, I've done 24 of the quests, and my next quest is for the silver egg. So what I've done is I've written down all of the rewards for like different stages, and we'll kind of like cover those rewards as and when. But what I didn't know, and this is from Onnit himself, so this is kind of interesting. Like the first one here says, Brown Bear also rewards a mythic egg at 200 quests. And a bunch of other weird milestone rewards after the first mythic. So this is cool. Like, I don't think anyone really knew this up until a few days ago, but like, as well as the eggs, which we already know about, as well as the Cub Buddy, we know about as well, and that first star treat, apparently there's also a bunch of other random items that Brown Bear will reward after that first milestone mythic egg or whatever is achieved. So that's really cool. So you not only you'll get one mythic egg, you'll get 2 mythic eggs and a bunch of random stuff. What those items are right now, anything past like 100 and something, 111 or something, no one really knows, but it is coded into the game that we will be getting some crazy stuff from those Brown Bear quests. Now, obviously, Brown Bear is actually like kind of tricky, not so much in the quest line, but because we have to wait an hour to actually get those quests, and they do scale up. So this is interesting, and I didn't know this. I think this is correct, but the fields that the Brown Bear chooses for your quest lines are based off the number of bees that you have in your hive. I had no idea about this, and to be honest, I was going to make a video a couple of days ago talking about the Brown Bear, and I was going to mention like, hey, how is everyone finding these quests? Because, like, literally the first couple of quests we had were like, get 30,000 pollen from the coconut field or the pepper patch or something. And in my head, I was thinking, how is someone who has just started the game actually going to be able to go to these fields because they need 35 bees to get into that zone? But apparently, and I have no idea about this, I haven't seen it myself, but apparently it chooses the fields for the quest line based off your bee number. So out of interest, if you are someone out there who has under 35 bees, please type in the comments what kind of quests and what kind of fields you are getting from the brown bear. Have you seen coconut? Have you seen pepper? Or do those fields get avoided because you don't have 35 bees? I would really like to know, because actually that's a really cool system. And if that's true, which I think it is, that's super clever. I like that. So just a couple of other things about brown bear. On it here says that there's no more RNG in the brown bear rewards, so everyone gets the same thing. Now, this kind of confused me because I always thought that this was the way. Like, everyone got the same rewards at the same stages. You get the jelly beans after every 3 quests, and then you get like a reward every 5. But apparently, some people were getting like different things at certain milestones. So it does seem that that was fixed, and it was fixed a few days ago. So, you know, all of the stuff that we've talked about with those set star rewards, everyone should actually be getting those as their brown bear rewards. Now, on it here also goes on to say, after I see how the brown bear reworked goes, I might add similar scaling infinite quest to the other bears or rework polar power. Now, I think we mentioned this last episode, and I do remember seeing like a message from On It. I can't quite remember when it was, but On It basically said that he wasn't super keen on the way that the polar power quest lines work, and that at some point he might try and rejig those. So potentially we could either see a rework in how polar power and bee energy works with that quest line, or we might also have some similarly scaling quest lines with some other bears. So whatever this scaling quest line On It has worked on, I think he quite likes it with the brown bear. So we might see it pop up sort of in a similar fashion with different NPCs sometime in the future. All right, now this is amazing news, and I'm so happy to hear this. So I think once again in last episode, I was basically saying like, you know, the egg hunt finishes now, I think in like 4 days. And yeah, I was super duper sad because basically when the egg hunt ends, I was thinking that the Easter content in Bee Swarm is going to disappear. And I think like it's a general consensus that everyone really, really likes the Easter content, especially the Mondo chick and the Commando chick and stuff. And it would be quite sad to see these go in Bee Swarm. Well, I bring you excellent news here today. I've got a bunch of things here that On It has said, and he says here that he will keep the chicks around longer than the egg hunt, since people like the Mondo and the Commando, which is amazing news. So yeah, in theory, after the 28th of April, we should still see the Commando and the Mondo chick in the game. On It also says here, at this point, I'm trying to rework the other Easter things to maybe not even be Easter related, since the egg hunt is nearly done. So there is a potential that we might actually see like them change character or something. Maybe they won't be chicks anymore. Maybe they might be like hostage chickens. Chicks are chickens. Hostage badgers, I don't know, hostage sea lions, hostage penguins, hostage pugs, I don't know, whatever you want, but like maybe it might change up a little bit. Who knows what's going to happen? But the good news is that from what On It is saying here currently, we aren't going to lose this content when the egg hunt event officially ends. I think that's amazing news. I'm so excited. He also goes on to say here that these things won't be permanent, but he will leave them in the game until there are at least other bosses to replace them. So that leads me to think that On It is also planning additional bosses into the game, or he's just going to leave the Mondo chick and the Commando chick in the game until that day comes, which may be some time actually. Like, let's not throwing shade at On It with his update speeds, but I'm saying, like, you know, I haven't seen anything to do with new bosses, so that might be a little bit further down the road, and he's working on other stuff right now. So as and when we see those, I don't know, but it does mean that the Mondo Chick might stay around for a long time, which is amazing news because one, it really jazzes up the mountaintop, and B, it gives you bigger backpack capacity, which makes your wind shrines or your market boost or your code grinds or your honey grinds so much better. And it gives you field dice, and it gives you micro converters and bitter berries and treats and potentially some really cool stuff. Amazing news. Oh yeah, side note. There was also another comment to do with this, which says, I will give Sunbear some other quest lines before he goes and other quests with the NPCs. So yeah, I don't exactly know what this means. So obviously, like, the egg hunt ends in 4 days. So potentially what could happen, and I'm just taking a wild guess at this because it's very difficult to guess when on it's actually going to, like, introduce something. But I think potentially after the egg hunt event ends, maybe Sunbear might stay there and he might have a new quest line for us at some point. I think, yeah, having an extended quest line was something that we were supposed to have at the beginning of Egg Hunt. That seems like it got delayed a little bit, but on it is at least saying here that there will be some kind of additional Sunbear quest line before he is removed once again from the game. Okie dokies. So yeah, the final bit of new information that I'm going to share with you guys today is essentially something that we did also do a video on. I think it was probably a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, basically we discussed that Onnit is going to be introducing a Supreme Star Amulet into the game, and it's going to contain a bunch of really, really cool passive abilities. So we did do a video on that. I will link that also in the description below. If you want to go and see those passive abilities, they sound incredible. And yeah, the Supreme Star Amulet is going to be way more than just like an amulet that has a few boosts. So, you know, something like the Diamond, it gives you, you know, random boosts and stuff, which is great. But the Supreme Star is going to be like a level above that because it does contain those passives. And there's 2 of them. And you aren't guaranteed either of them, I don't think. But yeah, you can already see in the main game that the Star Hall has been extended. And right at the end there is where the Supreme Star Amulet is going to live. So it's going to be green, is my guess, obviously. I think it's already in the test realm, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this is where it's going to live, and this is kind of interesting. So on it here says that it's probably still a good investment to go for the perfect diamond amulet for now, since the Supremes could still be weeks away. So maybe we won't see the Supreme Star Amulet, you know, within the next few days or whatever, but hopefully that should be coming sometime within the next few weeks. He also then says, which is mildly terrifying, when the Supreme Star comes, a double passive Supreme Star will cost on average 1 trillion honey. To get the 2 passives you want, with the stats you want, and good stats, it could take an absurd amount of honey. So this is mildly terrifying, but essentially what he's saying here is that, you know, when you generate a star amulet, it is all based off random probabilities. So you can generate an amulet and it'll be all right. You could generate a second one and it could be much better, or it could be much worse. So in order to actually get that perfect amulet for you, the one that contains both passives and the boost that you want, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be really, really expensive. So I better get grinding. I mean, we just spent 2.2 trillion honey a couple of episodes ago. So yeah, I would kind of advise, if you're sort of at the stage in the game where, you know, you're saving up towards that Supreme Star Amulet, it's going to be probably pretty expensive. No, it's not going to cost 1 trillion to generate one of them. I think it's going to cost like 10 billion or something, or 10 or 20 billion. But in order to actually keep regenerating it to get like the perfect one, it could potentially be really expensive. Or it might be super cheap. You might get it like the first time. Who knows? Are we going to get it the first time? Of course not. It's going to take us ages. But we'll see what we can do. All right, so yeah, I think unfortunately that is pretty much about it for today's episode. So yeah, no like grinding and stuff in this episode, but I thought this information was super useful. It kind of answers a bunch of questions that you guys may have been wondering them, I've been wondering them, to do with Purple Potion, to do with Brown Bear, the quest lines, to when the Supreme Star Amulet is actually coming out, seeing as we already have like a space in the Star Hole for it to get added into, and what is happening with the content after Egg Hunt 2020 ends. So yeah, hopefully this has been useful. Thank you so much for joining me once again. And yeah, thank you so much for popping me in that like button and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. You guys are doing amazing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So thank you very much for watching. It has been such a pleasure. As always, thanks. And see ya.